Let's go to him live right now. Is he there? There he is with the world famous hat. You probably are regretting this, right? You're like, why did I agree to this in
Yeah.
the middle of the match, right? Yes?
Yes, absolutely. 100%. I don't know what I thought I was going to be able to give you in terms of insight and analysis while I was watching the match, but I'm going to give it my best for you.
Okay, well,
I don't know. Have you been watching?
Well, no. So what happened was we've been checking in throughout, but I'm doing a show. We just spoke to Cyril Gane, heavyweight contender,
Yeah.
and I just looked away, and now he sees 1-1. I didn't see the second goal. I didn't see like the tire, the equalizer here. Can you tell me what happened?
Well, you also missed that we had the go-ahead goal. We were up 2-1, and they called it back on VAR on a very similar handball to the one that Hudson Odoi had on your end of the pitch. So I don't know why ours got called and yours didn't.
Oh,
but we've got a match here. We've got a match. This is intense.
Do you feel like there was some? This would be your first win, right?
Yes.
Now you did beat us. You did beat us in the Carabao Cup, but not quite the same as winning in the actual Prem, right?
Yes. No, we won our first Premier League win, and this would be a good place for it. It's going to be an exciting finish, no matter what happens here.
And don't worry
what
about.
Do you guys have 2 wins, right?
Yes. I mean, of course, we almost beat Man United at home. No big deal. Brighton did that yesterday. Everyone's beating Man United these days. We did give Arsenal a bit of a run for their money, but what about that win against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge? Forest and at home at the City Ground were virtually unbeatable. So I even think a draw for you guys here. I don't know if you believe in moral victories, and I see you guys are kind of wasting time here. This is an old trick here. I don't support this type of antics, but this would be a moral victory.
We don't waste time for draws. We don't waste time for draws. We're here to win. I anticipate a big finish. There'll be some extra time here. There's been between the VAR check, between some other things, there should be some good extra time. So
big development.
This corner, I don't like this corner.
We just got our guy Chris Wood of New Zealand come in. Okay, here we go. We're watching this at the same time, by the way. Oh my gosh, that was dicey right there.
No, get out.
Sangata, yeah, formerly of PSV. What a deadline day we had. Yeah, that guy Chris Wood, he tied against Sheffield and against Man City for us. By the way, can I ask, could you compare the emotions that you're feeling right now watching this as opposed to if you're watching the Texans, you're watching the Cardinals, you're watching your brother? Is this on a different level?
This is only second behind my brother, obviously.
Okay.
Family obviously comes first, but in terms of watching as a fan, watching any sports team as a fan, now being on the ownership side, it is crazy. The nerves, the anxiety, the adrenaline that comes with it. And you also have no control at the same time. Once the game kicks off, it's all in the player's hands and you're just a passive observer and you're living and dying with each kick, but you can't do anything about it. It's the only thing I don't like about this side of things is that I have no control whatsoever once the ball kicks off.
And it's so different than NFL, right? Just the ebbs and flows of the game and then the injury time and all that stuff. It is riveting when you're truly invested. And so I'm wondering, are you surprised at how invested you are? People invest in things monetarily, but emotionally you become invested in a different way. Are you surprised at how much you care?
No, I love this. I love it. I knew I was going to love it. I've loved the Premier League for a long time. And now being literally invested in it, I knew it. I was going to go all in feet first. You guys started this match really well. I mean, for the first 25 minutes of this match, you guys were definitely in good control. And then it kind of swung our way for a little while there. And now it's been a pretty quality second half. It's anybody's game here, depending on extra time, how much we have left.
Yeah, I saw the goal against a fellow American, Matt Turner. It's kind of weird that you'd be rooting against him. I mean, I feel like you should be rooting for the American goalkeeper, no?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't. I'm proud of him. Love what he does for our country. But no, hope he just lets up a real shocker here at the end. That would be great. I mean, the both goals so far have been great. I mean, our goal was great, and Hudson Odoi's goal was phenomenal. I mean, what a strike.
But you're saying that we cheated?
No, I didn't say that. I think yours should have been allowed, and I think ours should have been allowed.
Got it. Okay,
so
fair enough.
Yeah, I think that one of us got away with one and one of us didn't. I just think both of us should have got away with it.
Oh no. Oh my God. I thought that went in.
Babe. I
That,
couldn't see it on the little screen.
oh, I'm sorry. We're trying to give
I
you the
thought that
feed
was
as well.
no.
We're trying to do
No,
right
I
by
have
you
the feed
here.
on yours. I know. I'm looking at it. It on the small
Yes,
screen.
it looked like it went in. That was a header there, and it looked like it went in just left of the net. 7 minutes stoppage time here, JJ. And
That's a lot.
I almost feel sorry for making you go through this live, but it is great
No.
theater to do this with you. I will say at the City Ground we are known to score in stoppage time. Like there's some theatrics that happen here. This is a world famous facility, 125 years. So I just want to warn you in case something crazy happens. You know, I don't want you to be heartbroken. I mean, you guys are pressing though. You're in the box here.
Come on.
You guys are playing really pretty.
It looks like a nice. I'd like to go to City Ground sometime. It looks like a beautiful stadium.
Let's do it together.
Have you been?
No, I haven't, unfortunately.
How many does it hold?
It's about like 30,000.
Yeah, it looks nice. I like it. Fans seem quality.
How do you
fans.
Oh yeah, they're hardcore. How do you decide when you go and when you don't go? Here's a big throw in here. Wow, that was very impressive. Oh, it's
come on, dude. Come on. Oh my God. It's purely on schedule. I mean, right now, especially doing some CBS work for the NFL this fall, having my son, and just wanting to spend some time with my wife and son. And then just looking at the fixture schedule and seeing when we can get over there and when it makes sense. We try and get 2 matches in whenever we go over. We kind of got messed up on the first one because we went to Man City and we were scheduled to go to Luton, which was going to be awesome. But then Luton Stadium wasn't ready, so we couldn't go. But I really wanted to see that place. I thought it would be a really cool match to go to.
Oh, it's amazing. You walk into the stadium and there's like people in their bathroom over there.
Yeah, like doing their laundry in the backyard.
Nothing like that in American sports. Oh, that was a close one right there. So you don't feel like this would be a moral victory, a point on the road?
I mean, I would like it. Yes, I certainly would take it over no points. But
you feel like you've been the better
3
team.
Points. We have United coming up on Saturday, also. So it's going to be a good week for us. Hopefully, I think that it'll be at Turf Moor, which is great.
No. What are they doing VAR here for? What's going on?
I don't know. That's what I'm.
Oh my God!
What are we checking?
Are we checking a handball or something? I mean, now JJ's really regretting this. This is crazy. What's going on? This guy Foster looks a little bit nervous. What are we checking?
What are we checking?
Guys, give me an update on what we're checking here. We're seeing the replay here.
Wouldn't this be checking for against you?
Yes, that's what I'm worried about because it was in our box.
Oh no, we're checking on.
Oh, I think we're checking elbow. if it hit our guy's hand.
No, he's checking on the elbow on Lyle Foster in the middle of the box.
And what?
Nah, that's just football.
Well, a red card? What the hell?
Oh my God.
I don't know.
That's ridiculous.
I don't agree with that.
That's ridiculous. That's
in the heat of battle here, a red card on that?
Oh my gosh. We're getting soft.
Yeah, what is this? Soft. What is this? The No Fun League? I mean, come on. I thought this was real football.
Elbows are out all the time. I mean, this is an MMA podcast.
Yeah.
Come on.
What are we talking about?
What are we talking about? I mean,
this could be crucial right here. I mean, we got at least 5 minutes left, I would imagine, with all this.
Yeah.
What about?
How did you become a Forest fan?
Okay, so I was a free agent, and my kids were really getting into soccer. Like they just adored it. As you know, thank you again publicly for the kits. They wear them all the time. They are fantastic, and they get a ton of compliments, especially with the Dude Perfect sponsorship. Mm-hmm. I mean, everyone talks about that. And so I decided I needed to pick a club. Nottingham Forest, classic team. Hadn't been in the Premier League 23 years. Loved the logo. Loved everything about their history I learned. And I just said, I'm all in. And I've truly fallen in love. Like, this isn't a gimmick. I'm a huge Bills fan. I feel like I care more now about Nottingham Forest than the Bills. Like, I go out of my way to, hence the reason I reached out to you for this, because I was like, oh my God, we're going head to head with the game. So how
long has it been?
Oh, it's only been like 14 months. This was last summer.
Nice, yeah.
And I went to a game. Yeah. I just so happened to go to a game at Etihad, Man City Forest, like 2 weeks after we made the decision. Forest found out. They gave me a jersey. They made like a whole ceremony for me outside the stadium. We lost 6-0. Erling Haaland scored a hat trick in the first half. But it was amazing because I got to sit with the fans in the away section, and they were so invested. They were so into it. I kind of fell in love with them through that experience.
Yeah, no, everybody falls victim to Erling Haaland at some point.
Yeah.
That's just kind of a rite of passage now. The guy's unbelievable.
My take is most dominant athlete in team sports today.
Certainly up there. I mean, he's certainly up there. It's pretty incredible. I mean, we were at the first match this season when we played against them, and it's just some of the things he does. You look at our players and you're like, I don't even know what to tell you. There's no way you were going to stop that. It's just he's incredible. He's a machine.
Here we go. Nuno Tavares, who we just got over from Arsenal. They're pressing here, JJ. Is there magic?
You guys turned over your entire roster last year, right? You guys signed like 22 players last transfer window last year.
And even this time around, what do we got here? No, even this time around, I think they signed 7 or 8 guys on deadline day. They like to bring in the new blood. How involved do you get in that stuff? Does anyone consult with you who they should sign?
A little bit here and there, but I always say I leave the footballing to the footballers, the people that know it. If I'm asked an opinion or anything, I'll interject, but I'm much more so on the marketing, branding, commercial side of things. I'm in all the meetings. I hear them all. I know everything that's going on, but I'm not interjecting my expertise on who we should sign, who we shouldn't, because these guys know a whole lot more than I do.
Okay. We're approaching the dying seconds here. I have to admit, can I be honest with you? This feels like a loss to me for Forest.
I mean, that's rude, but
no,
okay.
I'm just
I'm kidding.
I mean, I'm allowed. I feel like we should be beating Burnley.
I know this. I agree. I think that we both probably in this match feel like we should have won. And I mean, it's that first 25 minutes, I was definitely a little worried. You guys had a lot of pressure on us. But since that point, I do feel like after that, we've been more deserving, but I guess that means that 1-1 is the proper finish. Then if we both feel like we deserve more, then a draw is proper. Come on. One last shot. Yeah. One last, oh no.
There he is, Mr. Vincent Kompany. Always very properly dressed. You know, a lot of these managers, they show up in their, like, you know, like sometimes Pep is showing up in a hoodie. Vincent always got he's got the blazer. He's like a Pat Riley.
Blazer and baseball cap. A little bit of serious, a little bit of casual all at the same time.
98th minute now. Oh my gosh.
Come on.
Stole the ball into the box.
Give me something. That's got to be it, right?
Worthy effort. Probably 30 seconds left, I would say. One last go for Forest here. No,
we got to blow it.
And of course, we were looking for revenge, JJ. The Burnley Women's Club just yesterday beat Nottingham Forest, right?
Big win. Huge win for the Women's Club. Obviously, two teams at the top of the table in the Women's League there, and huge 4-2 win.
Yellow card. Now, you guys are playing very dirty, if I may say so myself. Yeah. I mean, a yellow, a red. It's just been.
We pride ourselves on being a tough club. Yeah. For all the MMA fans that watch this show, you're welcome to join the bandwagon. Physical, tough. You would love the energy.
Are you watching the women's games too?
Yeah, they're all on TikTok. They stream on TikTok.
You're kidding,
which is cool. So you can stream them all on TikTok.
Did you cut that deal?
It was actually just before we got there, so it was nice. Once we signed on, you can flip to the games live right on TikTok. It's pretty cool.
Okay, a free kick here.
You got to be kidding me right here.
Oh my gosh, back to back. And there's Chris Wood again. Always there in the end. Back to back headers there, and that looked like something. Just a little bit off. And that's it, JJ. 1-1.
All right.
Oh man. We had all kinds of bells and whistles for you. We had like a score thing if they would have scored. What it would have looked like, guys, if Burnley would have scored. Let's show JJ just to show him how much we cared here. What would it have looked like? Look at that. We had that ready to go. I don't know if you could see that. We had a 4. I mean, we had it all for you. But in the end, 1-1.
I appreciate it.
Not bad.
1-1.
Your emotions?
Fair play. Pleased to have a point. To be off of 0 points.
First point. This is your first. By the way, this is a historic moment as an owner of the club This is your first ever point. You will always remember where you were when you got this very. You will never forget this. What do you think?
Never. No. I'm pleased to have a point, but I do think that we played well enough to be deserving of 3. But now we regroup and get ready for United on Saturday. So looking forward to it. I love and appreciate the emotion and the energy of it. Like this, there's nothing like live sports, man. There's just nothing that beats live sports. It's the best.
Do you enjoy this Burnley match or not? Just right now, soccer, do you enjoy it more than watching the NFL?
Oh, that's tough. I don't know. I really don't. Like my brother, obviously, if you take my brother and Burnley out of it, I would say like the thing I love the most is the combination, the fact that Premier League matches are on so early in the morning. So I'll wake up like yesterday, wake up, watch the Premier League matches, and they roll directly into the NFL. They don't overlap. You just enjoy yourself a hell of a day.
Who got you into it? Like who initially,
it was way back in like 2010, 2011. I was playing FIFA with my buddies, and I would always play with Ivory Coast because of Drogba. And so then I was like, all right, I didn't know anything about it at all. And I said, all right, where does Drogba play for a club? And so he was at Chelsea, and so I started watching Chelsea, and that's how I got into the Premier League. And NBC does a really good job, obviously, with their Premier League coverage. And so I just watched Rebecca Lowe and the Robbies and everybody, and I started to learn about it. And I think the coolest part for me was that I didn't know anything about it. So in America, I know everything, obviously, about all the American sports. And I almost know too much about some of it where like you get deep in the weeds and then you start to become cynical. I didn't know anything. So I was just a pure, true fan learning something about a brand new sport. And that was really fun to me. And I got to come into the league and have no pre-notions or anything. And I just got to watch.
I won't keep you much longer. Do you mind if we keep you just a couple more minutes? I just want to pick your brain about some of this stuff. I know you're kind enough to give us this time.
Go ahead.
One thing that has really kind of like stolen my heart when it comes to this, like Forest stayed up last year, and they stayed up at the very end of the season by beating Arsenal at home, and it was like, had you not known, it was like they just won, the Super Bowl, and they were just happy that they didn't get relegated. And this relegation system, to me, is the thing that we're missing here. Like I feel like MLS should have it with the USL, but wouldn't it be amazing if there was a system, maybe not in the NFL because there's no other lower tier, but if this was a thing where in the NBA the G League teams get a chance. Don't you feel like this is something that we're missing here? Because this, to me, is the biggest difference and the thing that avoids tanking.
Oh yeah, to me it's incredible. It's such an exciting aspect of the game, and it makes it so invigorating all the way to the end. Like you said, there's teams that aren't anywhere near title contention or even playoff contention, but they are part of the conversation all the way until the last day. Sometimes they are the conversation because the title's already been decided. I think it's just the reality is it's a business, and no American owner of an NBA team or an NFL team is going to allow that because it's so difficult from a business standpoint. You're just adding risk that is going to only hurt you. The only reason it works, obviously, in English football and European football is because it's been around for hundreds of years, and that's the way it's always been. But it's the hands down, it's the most exciting and exhilarating aspect of it. And then you have like teams in the championship playing in the playoffs and playing in the final. It's basically $150 million match, and you can't get any more exciting.
Your feelings about this season? I mean, they always say if you can stay up that first season, now you're really rolling. It's just that toughest one is that first one. How do you feel about your chances of doing so?
I feel very good about it. I think that we had made a lot of signings this offseason, and it takes time for those guys to get integrated. And Vince always talks about how long it takes to get these guys onboarded with the system, to get them to understand what he wants them to do. So we always knew the beginning was going to be rocky, not only because of an incredibly tough schedule with, City, Villa, we've got
Forest, of course,
United, Chelsea, of course. Yeah. But also because it just takes time to get these guys integrated. So I really do believe we're going to get into a rhythm and start playing ball. But like you said, staying up is goal number one, but we're never going to set our ambitions on just staying up. We have higher ambitions, and it's going to be fun to watch the evolution over time.
Were you a bit annoyed that Tom Brady copied you and got into the ownership? I mean, it felt like a little separation, no?
I would say I hope he comes up and joins us someday in the Premier League because it would be fun to have a little battle and a little tit for tat, a little back and forth with him. But I also can't say he copied me because then you could say I copied, Ryan and Rob. And
yeah,
so
but they're not athletes. You were the first athlete to do it.
Actually,
well, LeBron.
So.
Yeah, but you're sitting there living and dying. You're like remodeling the hats and stuff and the logo. I mean, like you are a true guy.
I'm in, man.
You are all in. One last thing, we did a deep dive, and I know you're an MMA fan. I mean, I saw like back in the day you're rocking Ronda Rousey shirts and whatnot. Are you still into MMA?
I've been. I was at the last UFC fight I was at was in Houston.
I remember John Jones, right? Dominic Reyes, right before the pandemic.
Yeah, it was great, and I have not been back to one since, but I need to go back. I have more time now, which is great, and I don't live that far from Vegas, which is great. So I need to get back out to a UFC match. I enjoy it, man. I mean, it's literally like the purest form of competition. I mean, it is old school. It is one-on-one, no teammates, no help, no nothing. 1 versus 1 in a cage. It's awesome. It's the purest form.
Are you doing? I saw you one time. You trained with Jay Glazer's group at Unbreakable.
I've been at his gym. Yeah, I've been out to Unbreakable. I've never really done any MMA style training. Like I've never done jujitsu. My wife and I have actually been talking. We got a little 10.5-month-old son.
Yeah.
And we've been obviously seeing all the benefits of jujitsu and everything, especially for young kids and core strength and building up that ability. We've talked about possibly as he gets a little bit older, putting him in some of that because of how beneficial it can be. Just in general, not even if you're going to come be an MMA fighter someday. So we'll see.
All right. Well, thank you so much for doing this. I really appreciate it. Hopefully it didn't stress you out. We didn't get to see a goal, but we get to shake hands. Yeah. We both get a point. We go our merry way, and perhaps we'll meet down the line and get to do this again down the line as well. Congrats on all of this. Congrats on obviously the new baby, the new addition, and for just being a good dude, man. Like what you did for my kids really meant a lot, and they wear that shirt with such pride because they know where it came from. So really appreciate that. You didn't have to do that, and you'll be our second club, okay? For now, you'll be our second club, and we'll talk about the future at a later date.
All right. Hey, my pleasure. Thank you. I appreciate you very much for having me. It was very enjoyable, and I look forward to our matchups in the future, man. Thank you.
Thank you, JJ. All the best. There he is, JJ Watt, owner of the Burnley Football Club. Guys, that was exciting. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it very much. Hey, if you like this video, give us the old thumbs up. Subscribe as well. You could get many more of these videos on the channel, so please do that. We would love you forever if you did so.